changed. This has sparked debate between members of parliament, saying that these two members of parliament are too selfish. We have more.
A controversial decision by two members of parliament to withdraw their signatures from a motion to censure parliamentary commissioners has ignited political tensions within the Uganda parliament.
Currently is different from the original motion. So first of all, this motion that we are withdrawing our signatures from is a new motion that we didn't understand. This one is a new motion, but the original motion died, like you have said. That one died, like you have said, yesterday, the 14 days. Yeah. So our issue is within this new motion. Thank you.
Indeed, we all signed based on one fact. We signed because we had said the commissioners had been given service award. And even the country knows that they had been given an equivalent of 1.7 billion. That's what the country knows. And we all signed based on that. And we said, of course, this is the issue at hand. Unfortunately, along the way, courts of law pronounced itself and said, yes, there was an approval by Parliament on the same service award to be paid to the commissioners. And of course, it said they were entitled to it.
The motion, spearheaded by Remiyaga County Member of Parliament, Honorable Theodore Sechkubo, aimed to hold the commissioners accountable for alleged corruption and misconduct. The withdrawal of support by MPs Chamaswet Kisos, who represents the people of Soy County in Kwen District, and Cherangat Solomon, 2 County, has drawn widespread condemnation from their colleagues who accuse them of acting out of political expediency rather than...
Now that court decided that they were entitled, we have no any other choice, of course, to accept the court decision that the service award was entitled to the commissioners. Unfortunately, again, our friends and colleagues who are moving the motion are again trying to introduce new things to what we had not signed for. At no time did we sign a document that read that spouses traveled abroad of the commissioners. We did not sign that. It was only purely the service award. And neither did we sign anything that talked of issues to do with procurement in Parliament. And therefore, if these members do wish to have our signatures again, they ought to withdraw the motion and reintroduce it again in the manner that they have wished, that those issues must be captured.
This has sparked further debate, with some members of parliament accusing the speaker of bias and shielding the commissioners from accountability, while others believe her decision was necessary to uphold parliamentary rules and prevent the motion from proceeding under dubious circumstances.
Or else it would be abuse of parliamentary procedure that you would wing members to sign a certain motion that is crafted in a specific manner, but of course should change it again along the way. And therefore, I'm indeed annoyed. And as a member of NRM political party, of course I believe that once matters are sorted to court, because as NRM we believe in court processes, Once court has sorted an item, of course, we are always ready to abide by it. And we have accepted the court decision as it is, because we do not want to fight with court as a legislature.
The ongoing tensions highlight the complex dynamics within Parliament and the challenges of navigating issues of accountability and political maneuvering.
Now, I've written to the Speaker and copied the letter of the Deputy Speaker, copied it to Honorable Sekou Kubo, I've copied it to the clerk, and I've copied it to my government chief whip of members of Parliament. Of course, I have informed the Speaker that I'm withdrawing my signature with my colleague, Honorable Chelangat Solomon. And of course, I do believe that the Speaker should not heed to any advice of those members to accept the motion in the House. And neither should it appear in the order paper because it has been tampered with. You cannot hoodwink us to an issue that is different and of course take us to a different direction of a certain motion that was not accepted upon by the members. Otherwise, I thank you.
Gntv at 12.
We appreciate your desire for that report, and I think those two members have really explained as to why they withdrew their signatures from the censure motion, saying that the real reason as to why they had given in their signatures was changed. Now, away from that, John Adams Sentongo has further been remanded to Kitadia prison for more 2 weeks as the prosecution is understanding and going through his files. John Adams was arrested on accounts of illegal possession of army equipment last month. Let's take a look.
John Adams Sentongo, a civilian, has been charged with 2 accounts of unlawful possession of defense towers under Section 158 of the Uganda People's Defense Forces UPDF Act.
Omusango gukuvunaanibwa ogusooka nti wasangibwa na ebintu ebyamagye ekikontana n'akawaayiro 158 akatundu akasooka akatundu akokubiri kya ekitabo kya UPDF Act. Ebikwata ku musango guno mu bufunze nti gwe omuntu wa bulijjo Sentongo John Adams ennaku z'omwezi 27 omwezi ogw'omukaaga omwaka guno gwennyini wakati w'essaawa 11 ez'akawungeezi bwali e Kabanyolo Gayaza Kyaddondo Mwakiso District wasangibwa n'ebintu bino wammanga mu bumenyi bw'amateeka. Mwalimu peya 7 ez'amayinja oba wandiziise rank ezambalwa amagye, peya 4 ez'engatto z'amagye, n'osangibwa na number plate ey'emmotoka y'amagye nga yali H4 DF 929, n'osangibwa na peya 3 eza empale nga ngoye z'amagye, n'osangibwa na peya 2 eza uniform eya digital. Owulidde emisango egikuvunaanibwa?
Have you understood?
Emisango egyo ogitegedde bulungi?
No. I want yes or no.
He has understood.
Right.
The charges stem from an incident on June 28th in Kabonyoro, Wakiso district, where Sentongo Adams was found with military equipment.
If you have understood, are those charges true or not true? They are not true, Judge. No, you say you don't know English. You wait.
Emisango eyo egifunaanibwa mituufu oba si mituufu. They are not true.
The case was heard before the First Division Court Martial in Kachiri Barracks, chaired by Colonel Sam Mugenyi.
Tuusa okulabula oba okushyoninga abantu abali eyo naye nga balina ebyambalo by'amagye kibanga kimenya mateeka kubanga omusango gwaliko kati Sentongo unlawful possession of military stores contrary to section 158 of UPDF Act chapter 330 kati gwomusango gwaliko singa tusanga oli civilian naye toli musirikale ate ng'olina ebintu by'abasirikale kibanga kimenya mateeka oba ng'okkirizibwa okukusimba oba okukutwala mu kooti z'amagye ate mu abakulembeze n'abantu ba bulijjo ab'omu bitundu etubagamba singa mulaba omuntu mu kitundu kyammwe ayeyita kyatali alina ebyambalo by'amagye tuukira abakulembeze tuukira poliisi tuukira amagye mu bitundu byammwe kubanga ennaku ennyingi bano abantu bakolesa ebyambalo byaffe okugenda eri ate ne bakola ebintu ebikyamu. Ekirala Sentongo alina abantu abalala abamulumiriza abyali nga atiisatiisa abyabako ettaka abayabako za motoka mbadde mbagamba abo abalina emisango erimu wa civil nga si y'amagye bagende mu poliisi bagende mu courts eza civilians kyezigenda kubayamba naye wano Sentongo tumulina ku musango ey'okubeera n'ebintu eby'amagye ekimenya amateeka g'amagye naye emisango yakola endala eri civil bagende mu kooti za civilians we bagenda kufuna justice.
Colonel Sam Mugenyi recommended Sentongo to Kitaria prison pending further review of the case filed by his newly appointed defense lawyer.
So this matter is adjourned to a period of 2 weeks from now and further remanded. Sentongo will continue being remanded at Kitaria government prison.
Ronald Nampura ndi munnamateeka nga nkola kampani ya bannamateeka bagiyita Kagona Advocates and Legal Consultants nga yeffe balooya aba Sentongo John Adams omuvunaanibwa mu musango guno. Bwe yasooka okulabikako mu kkooti y'amagye wano e Kachiri, Mr. Sentongo yavunaanibwa omusango gw'okugamba nti bamusanga n'ebintu eby'amagye ng'ate takkirizibwa kubeera nabyo. Mwami Sentongo client waffe ajeeganye naye ffe nga bannamateeka bye tusabye short adjournment ogamba nti charge sheet eno oba empaaba bagitusavinzeeko leero nga twagala okwongera okwetegereza state byayongeddemu naye okwongera okwetegereza fayiro eya mwami Sentongo olwogamba nti balooya abaasooka be baali bahandlinga from the onset of this matter oba okuvanga omusango guno we gwatandika balooya baali bahandolinga bavuddemu nga fe abalimu. So for now tusabye nti kooti etuwe wiiki 2 twongere okwetegereza fayiro then tujje okudefendinga client waffe.
Ndiza Asimwe Kajese, GNTV at 12.
Thank you, Desire, for that report. Now, as we continue with our today's bulletin, Idrissa Msuza, also known as Eddie Kenzo, has been appointed by the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Habura, as the presidential advisor on the matters of creatives. This call comes at a time where the industry of creatives has been longing for a copyright law. We have more.
Popular Ugandan musician Idrissa Msuza, aka Eddie Kenzo, has been appointed senior presidential advisor on creatives by the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Habura. The Ugandan National Musicians Federation President, real name Idris Msuza, has joined the growing list of over 160 advisors of the heads of state, with his appointment expected to yield fruits for an industry that had for long been said to be ignored by the government until musician come politician Robert Kyagulanyi challenged President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for the country's top political seat in the last general elections. His partner, Fiona Nyamutolo, who is also the Minister of State for Energy and Mineral Development, took to social media to congratulate him. The City Law Singer's appointment has come at a time when many creatives and other stakeholders in the industry are longing to see the amendment of the Copyright and Neighboring Rights Act of 2006, which many of the creative minds think will help solve a myriad of challenges in the industry and also create a leveled ground for many people to benefit from their artistic intellectual work. Being a renowned musician and a leader of an umbrella body that brings together a number of associations of musicians in Uganda could be among the reasons as to why Eddie Kenzo was assigned with such a big duty by the president, whose government, many analysts say, has until recently started to realize it could not ignore the impact of art and music on the country's political landscape. Eddie Kenzo joins a growing list of musicians who in the past few years have had the opportunity to work with President Museveni as envoys and advisors in different capacities. The list includes Mark Bugembe, Elias Butcherman, who was appointed as the president's special envoy to the ghetto, Catherine Kusasela, who was appointed as the presidential advisor on Kampala, and Jennifer Nakangubi, commonly known as Full Figure. One of the daunting tasks that await the BET Award winner will be that of being able to advise the Foundation of Honor according on the real issues and needs of an industry that has a potential to create employment and income-generating opportunities for many young Ugandans. The creative industry landscape covers a range of sectors including fashion, visual arts, film, literature, performing arts, culture and natural heritage, audiovisual interactive media, among others. To remember, Idris Msuza is the husband to the Minister of State for Energy and Minerals, Honorable Fiona Nyamutolo. The permanent secretary in the president's office, Yunus Kakande, recently told the Parliament's Accounts Committee that President Museveni had 139 advisors, the latest of whom was former Vice President Professor Gilbert Bukenya, who could provide advice on environmental matters. In 2023, the United Nations Development Programme (UNDP) recently, if nurtured intentionally, the creative economy can serve as a source of structural economic transformation, socio-economic progress, job creation and innovation, while contributing to social inclusion, advancing shared cultural values and sustainable human development. According to a 2023 MasterCard Foundation report, the Uganda government recognizes creatives as the sector with the potential to grow employment and income-generating opportunities for Uganda, especially young people. There are no recent statistics on how many Ugandans are in the sector. The only available data is based on a 2014 mapping study of the sector by UNESCO and the Uganda government, which shows that the number of people employed in the creative industries grew from 250,000 to 386,000 between 2009 and 2013. Gntv at 12.
Now, as we come closer to the end of today's bulletin, the Forum for Democratic Change Party President Patrick Oboy Amuriat has revealed that the Forum for Democratic Change Party Katonga faction is now illegal and void. Patrick Oboy Amuriat said all these replying to Honorable Salongo Elias Lukwago after their FDC National Delegates Conference. Let's take a look.
Forum for Democratic Change FDC Party President Patrick Oboy Amuriat has dismissed recent actions by the Katonga faction as illegal and void. The faction, led by Honorable Elias Salongo Lukwago and operating from the former FDC leader Chiza Besigye's office on Katonga Road in Nakasero is locked in leadership dispute with the main FDC leadership at Najanonkumbi. Speaking at the media briefing at the FDC headquarters, Amuriati criticized the faction's recent delegates conference, calling it a false. He stressed the National Delegates Conference chaired by Honorable Waswa Birgwa on 19 September was legally invalid.
I am happy that he found us alert and we managed to block his political schemes. No wonder his only experience now is in presiding over a stinking city full of potholes and galvanizing political capital out of death like the recent one of Kitezi, where he is directly politically responsible, but only collects media to cry every day. He collects you people when he wants to shed tears so that he may be seen to be concerned about the plight of the people, so that he may win another election in the city. I hope the people of Kampala this time are alert. And I would like to take the opportunity on behalf of the FDC to tender our apology to the people of Kampala for fielding such a person as a candidate of the FDC for the mayoral seat of the largest city in Uganda. By the way, we saw General Saleh threatening to withdraw his support from him. When did sworn members of opposition like Lukwago begin surviving on support from General Saleh, President Museveni's young brother? Isn't this the same that will be transferred to the new party in the offing under the stewardship of Lukwago? We challenged Lukwago here about the letter, the simple note written by Saleh, and he nearly burst his neck. He shouted on top of his voice and said, "Look, don't go in that direction," because he feared to be exposed.
He cited a ruling by Justice Esther Nambayo on 17 September which halted the conference and nullified any resolutions passed. Patrick Oboy Amuriati asserted that the Naja Nankumbi leadership is the only one recognized by the Electoral Commission. He highlighted that the party continues to receive funds and comply with the audit queries. He noted that the banks have denied the Katonga faction access to party accounts, further undermining their legitimacy.
Waswa Birigwa. And you know that Waswa Birigwa is known very well, famous for climbing over walls. Without any threat, because he wanted to embarrass the party, he climbed over a wall in Najanankumbi. We watched him. I was here. Everybody was up in arms against the party. But before long, he was climbing over another wall in Katonga. We don't know which wall he will climb next. He admitted before Dr. Besigye that he had been in meetings with Museveni cutting deals. And yet, he continues to get praises from our friends in Katonga. You heard them calling him unbogable, unshakable. A man who has openly come out and said, he speaks to Museveni. He's on record. A man who wanted to stop an election here and therefore abused the sanctity of the office of chairman we made a big political blunder in Lukwago and Birigwa. Actually, we realized our mistake too late, because under our constitution, a person to become chairman of a party should have a character beyond reproach. A person to become chairman of the party should have served for a certain period of time prior to contesting to become chairman. Birigwa came.
For GNTV at 12, Clinton Nahabwe Mjomba.
Thank you, Clinton Nahabwe Mjomba, for that report. And our dear viewers of GNTV, that's all you had for today, and thanks for being part of us. From the time we started, the time we are coming to the end of today's bulletin. My name is ALLIAN ATUBANDIIZE, GNTV at 12. And do not miss the lunch hour service that is coming up right here on GNTV at King of Kings Church here in the heart of Mbarara City with our beloved Lord Bishop Dr. Silas Tayewa. And before I sign out, I still remind you of the Rampala for Jesus Crusade that is taking place from 29th to 31st of August there at Kinoni Playground in Rampala District. Please, let's all come and testify what the Lord is doing for his people. And also we have Charity Mega Digida concert that is on 1st of September coming month here at King of Kings Church. Please come and see what the Lord is also doing for his people. Otherwise, have a blessed afternoon.
This is GNTV, releasing life.